may not think that rural America has anything to do with you, but let me explain why it does. You see, small towns like this, like Keys, Oklahoma, are all too common now. The agriculture economy has been hit so hard in this country that all the jobs associated with it are gone. The lumber stores are closed, the grocery stores are gone, the gas stations. What does this mean for you? It means that in agriculture in America, it's gotten so hard because of our politicians selling out the American farmer and rancher that people don't want to fight it anymore. They sell their land, they move to the big cities, and they live out the rest of their days as best they can. What does this mean for you? It means that with every producer we lose on the land in this country, it means that a corporation comes in and takes it over. And that if people like Bill Gates control our food supply in America, we lose our freedom. Follow and like, and I'll explain more about agriculture in our country.
They want to completely eliminate farmers. Watch this.
Rob Roos calls out the European Parliament for intentionally trying to ruin and bankrupt the farmers, because that's exactly what they're trying to do. They want the farmers to go out of business. They have a plan to get rid of farmers. They're pushing their green communism agenda, and it calls for the elimination of independently owned farms so that you and I will be forced to eat bugs, fake meat, laboratory-grown meat produced by Bill Gates. And you've got politicians now, members of the parliament in Europe, who are saying, look, this isn't just bad policy. This is an intentional policy to destroy our farmers, just like our border in the United States. It's an intentional policy to destroy the United States. And so now the people in Europe are starting to wake up and realize, hey, these people running Brussels, the European Union, they really do intend to destroy farmers. They want privately owned farms to be eliminated.
So I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I haven't really seen anybody else talking about this. Not only are the exorbitantly rich investing in private bunkers and cop cities, they are also investing in farmland. And I don't even mean like one or two, like there's literally a whole organized group called the Grain Belt Express who is investing in farmland, as well as our beloved Jeff Bezos. We are right on the edge of a farming crisis in America. The average age of farmers here is 57.5 years old, but nearly 1/3 of our farmers and ranchers are over 65, with not even 10% of farmers being under 35. Farming is very taxing on your body, and 1/3 of our farmers are getting to the age where they won't be able to continue farming even if they wanted to. And we simply don't have the supply of young farmers to replace them. And billionaires buying up farmland instead of young farmers puts us in a really crappy situation. It's genuinely scary to think about what kind of position this could put us in the future, where there's no farmers and the billionaires own up all the farmland. It's bringing back like sharecropping part 2, feudal system part 2. You know, we don't want to be there in this ultra capitalistic eco hellscape. There'd be even more incentive to jack up food prices for fresh produce, and they would control all of our growing systems. And as we've seen with Amazon, they're going to cut back on the things that are actually healthy because they cost more money to produce. And we all know they're not going to farm regeneratively, so just keep your eyes out.
Nobody is talking about how there used to be 6.8 million farms across the United States, and there's only 1.9 million farms today. There used to be 6.8 million farms in 1935 when the US population was around 127 million people. Whereas today there's 333 million people living in this country and only 1.89 million farms left to serve them. Where have all these farms gone? Big ag conglomerates that are destroying the planet have absorbed a lot of these small to medium-sized farms. Some nefarious billionaires have bought up this farmland to turn it into manufacturing sites or places for solar farms. Investment companies are buying up this farmland, leveling the farm, the barn on the property, and turning it into unaffordable housing units that we don't need. And in some cases, farmers are getting out of the business of farming just because it's been so grueling on them and they don't necessarily have someone to pass it on to. Maybe they didn't have kids. This is the most important thing, in my opinion, facing us right now. If we continue on this trend, there's going to be less than 1 million farms left in this country in the next 10 years. Then who's going to feed us? Think about it. $24 trillion worth of farmland, farming assets, and barns are going to be for sale over the next 20 years. It was reported in the 2025 Farmer's Almanac. It's so important that you and I buy this farmland as opposed to these conglomerates, these corporations that want to get their fingers in it. Not only is it important for our future food supply chain, it's also important for the environment because all of those actors are destroying it. And more people need to talk about this. I'm breaking it all down here.
California's citrus harvest is in trouble. There just aren't enough workers. Farmers across the state are struggling because immigration crackdowns have scared off much of the workforce. In some areas, harvest crews have dropped from 30 workers to just 5. That means fruit is sitting unpicked, and experts warn this could lead to higher food prices. California agriculture relies on over 55,000 migrant workers. So what happens if labor shortages continue? Will this lead to higher prices? Let me know your thoughts below and follow for updates.
Everyone has some late breaking news. China now gets all its soybeans from Brazil because of Donald Trump's tariffs. So you got to think, how much money did the United States lose over this? How much taxable income did the United States lose? So now Brazil is China's #1 importer for these soybeans. They're getting it all from Brazil. So how do you think this is hurting the American people? Because of Donald Trump's tariffs, China does not rely on the United States for this product. So basically, the farmers are losing, and the workers and everyone else involved in the soybean industry, which is also people who deliver it, transport it. So it's a big chain, and they're all losing. So Mr. Trump, I bet Brazil is absolutely thankful for what you did.
Right now, there's a fight going on in Point Reyes. They just shut down a dozen farms, just like that. It's a fight that was going on for the last 8 years, really doubled down on those farmers 2 years ago, and they put a gag order on them, so they couldn't even ask the community to stand up for them.
So they went out like they shut them down, meaning they
done.
Can't even have cows or anything?
They've got to move off the property. They've been there for over 100 years. Those dairies started in 1857. And a lot of the same families have been there the whole time. Our local RCD even came up with money to upgrade the ranches if needed. And the environmental group said no thanks. They wanted to take the land over. And so they forced these farmers to sign an agreement that are pushing them all out. So we're going to lose half of our dairies in Marin County and a bunch of the beef ranches that provide local food.
So where can they go to find out more information about what's going on with these 12 farms, or is there anywhere?
There's not a lot of places. Marin Independent Journal, has done a good job reporting about it. My Instagram, Shalina93 Racing, they can find information. My sister, Dairy Girl Diaries, is on there. America Unwon has been doing a phenomenal job about reporting.
And
Albert Strauss Creamery, they're very involved because they're going to lose 15% of their organic milk supply.
Oh, wow.
From this. Oh, yeah, it's huge. It's a huge hit to the local food.
Well, my friends, our farmers are in full-blown crisis, and it's not because of Mother Nature. It's because of Donald Trump's reckless tariffs that have torched decades of trade relationships and handed America's agriculture future to China and Brazil on a silver platter. 12,000 tons of pork canceled. Soybean exports collapsed, and family farms are now shutting down. And it doesn't stop there. Longshoremen, truckers, warehouse workers, entire communities are being gutted. This didn't have to happen, but Trump wanted a trade war. He wanted headlines, and now our farmers are paying the price, while China laughs its way to the Brazilian soybean fields. And to make it worse, farmers who sign contracts with their own government, they're being stiffed, left holding the bag. So let me be clear. I will fight like hell to rebuild our rural economy, restore fair trade, and make sure American farmers never again become pawns in a MAGA publicity stunt. This district deserves better. America deserves better. Are you ready to fight back? My name is Doug Hune, and I'm a Democrat, congressional candidate in California's 3rd District. Please share this video, follow me, and donate to my congressional campaign. Link is down below and also my profile. Thank you so much for your support.
You know what really gets me? Trump talking about how we're losing farmers, we don't have enough manpower in the fields. Baby, who do you think was in the fields? Who was farming? Who was harvesting? The people you are sending out. Oh wait, kicking out half our country isn't beneficial?
American farmers aren't quitting. They're dying. We lose more than 300 farmers to suicide every single year in the United States. That's more than double the national average. Not because they fail, but because the system is designed to crush them. Percy Schmeiser didn't buy Monsanto seeds. Quinn blew GMO pollen onto his land. They sued him anyway. That's how broken this is. You don't even own the food you grow if it's patented. USDA agents raided an Amish farm at gunpoint. Why? Raw milk. The public seed library in Missouri was shut down. Why? No barcodes. You think you're free to farm? Try selling beef without USDA approval. Try saving your seeds. Try skipping vaccines for your livestock. Try doing it your way and watch what happens. This isn't about food safety. It's about control. Control the seeds, control the food, control the food, control the people. And that's exactly what they're doing.
Meet Luis, a lifelong Republican wheat farmer who voted for Trump not once, not twice, but all 3 times. She said she was thrilled to do it. She said that she wants him to fight for people just like her. But here's the reality that she's facing right now. Her farm now is gone, bankrupt. She had a government contract to sell 100% of her wheat to U.S. aid. That deal was vanished overnight. The buyers, gone. The money, gone. And here's where the irony cuts deep. Luis admits that 70% of her workforce were indeed undocumented immigrants. The very same people, the lives and livelihoods she voted to upend. And now they're not showing up to work. And without them, her business has collapsed. Luis is on TikTok now, literally about 5 videos, blaming Trump for not protecting farmers like her. But here's the thing. These policies were never designed to protect your farm, Luis. And if you were literally educated, you would have took 2 minutes to research and find that out for yourself. These policies were designed to make a point, no matter who got hurt. Even his own voters. So, Luis, actions have consequences. And sometimes they come for you first.